Okay guys, this one's a little weird, so you gotta bear with me. Today, I'm going to try to help you to figure out a way in which you can remember all the scientists that existed during the scientific revolution. I'm just going to tell you what I used to remember them all, and hope that you can at least remember one or two of them. The first person is Francis Bacon. Yes, his last name is actually Bacon. So that makes it easy to remember what he did. He's the one who developed the scientific method we use today. You know, the one with all the different steps that you have to follow in a certain order in order to do experiments? That's sort of how I think about it, because there's a lot of steps involved in cooking bacon, and there are a whole lot of steps involved in the process that he created, the scientific method. He's the one who did scientific method. Next was Galileo. This is not in chronological order, just so you know. This is just in the order I felt like going. Okay, you can remember that he was the one who studied space, because the beginning of his name, Galileo, sounds sort of like galaxy. You know, those big starry, swirly bits in the sky, like ours is the Milky Way. Maybe galaxies were named after Galileo. I don't know. Next, we come to Sir Isaac Newton. He's the one who has all the different laws of motion. Motion, spelled like this. Motion, Newton. Sort of rhyme, sort of go together. That's just the way I remember that one. Then there's Johann Kepler. And Kepler is the guy who discovered that planets orbited in the shape of an ellipse. I remember him because the first three letters of his name almost spell the word keep. And he discovered what keeps all the planets in orbit and the shape of their orbit. Next, there's Copernicus. Bear with me while I write out his long name. Copernicus. Okay, this is the man who discovered that a galaxy rotated around that the center of a galaxy is the sun rather than Earth. He discovered that it was heliocentric. Okay? This is what made the church very angry, because Copernicus was going against what the church was teaching. So it's sort of like he was being yelled at by the cops of that time. And so it's just a coincidence that the first three letters of his name spell cop. In case you haven't noticed, I'm pretty big on the whole first letters of a name. Also, there was Robert Boyle. Okay? This guy is the easiest to remember. You know why? Because he discovered the basis for modern chemistry. And in movies, what do they always use to represent chemistry? Why, that handy-dandy little beaker thing that's in a square and is rarely used, full of a suspicious boiling green liquid. And so then it's also just a coincidence that his last name is pronounced Boyle, like said suspicious green liquid. So that's an easy way to remember. I'm sorry if not all of this helped. This is just the way I remember things, and I think you'd be surprised at how some pretty ridiculous things can stick in your head. So I hope you remember. If you have any other handy ways to remember things like this, just go on our website under Contact Us, let us know about them, and I'll put them in the description underneath this video. Great, bye.